Germination of seeds occur by two means. One is epigeal germination, the other is hypogeal germination. What is the difference? When the seed comes out and germinate, we call this as epigeal germination. Now, epigeal germination, cotyledons form the first green leaves. That's extremely important. So, cotyledons form the first green leaves, and then you have the natural leaves of the plant that would be visible. Bean, castor, cotton, tamarind are classic examples. Seedlings start to become independent plant at a later stage, but here the elongation of hypocotyle, which is the lower section that helps in elongation and growth, appears at first. The next is hypogeal. Hypogeal, a classic example is maize and rice from monocot and gram and pea from dicot. So both monocot and dicot undergo hypogeal germination. Hypogeal germination, the epicotyle as well as the hypocotyl come together, so they are seen at the same time. The most interesting thing is the scrotum actually does not come above the surface but secretes certain enzymes. Now, as the enzymes are secreted, it converts the starch into sugar, and finally that is transferred to the radicle, that's the root, and to the plumule, that is the shoot, and this pierces through the pericarp as well as the testa. Now, hypocotyle remains underground. That's another very important thing in the case of hypogeal. So hypogeal, the hypocotyle remains underground, but here as you can see the hypocotyle is visible on the outer side, and then there is formation of the cotyledon that occurs in the case of epigeal. Another important difference that you must be familiar with. And in the case of hypogeal, the cotyledon remains inside the soil. Now coming on to vivipary or viviparous germination. Now, vivipary or viviparous germination is a germination where the radicle elongates or extends from the food. Now, when the radicle extends from the fruit, what happens is over the time it gets heavy and it is not able to bear the weight. As a result, it separates out, falls on the mud and develops separate lateral roots, and this is an example of vivipary. Vivipary is commonly seen in mangroves. Rhizophora sonerata are good examples of viviparous germination. Very important, very essential topic for you to know. We'll be covering similar interesting topics in the upcoming sessions. Stay tuned.